Coach. First of all, just welcome to Westerville, Ohio, and Otterbein University. It's good to have an end to this coaching search, and we're definitely glad to have you here on campus.
Thank you. It's been a great experience for my family and I. We couldn't be more honored to be here at Otterbein.
Just to start off, I assume you've probably answered this question a few times, over the interviewing process. But who is Todd Adrian? Just talk about yourself a little bit, not just as a basketball coach, but as a husband, as a father, just as a person.
Well, I think first of all, I'm a guy that just loves to be in the gym, on the field, or on the court. Having grown up with a father who's got his physical education doctorate, and running around the Wichita State gym back when Xavier McDaniel, Antoine Carr, and Cliff Livingston were playing, it's almost a destiny that I was going to be a coach and a college coach from day one. So I've been doing this for 20 years. Pretty much every job I've had outside of after school has been working with young guys and ladies on the court or on the field. So I think who I am is somebody who cares a lot about people and does these things for the right reasons. As a father now, I have twins, and as a husband, I've been very fortunate. Probably one of my best recruiting jobs has been my wife. She's I'm not even the best athlete in my house. She was a 12-time letter woman in high school and ran track, cross country, and played basketball in college too. So, it really is. It's a great setup for me, and my family is more supportive than I could ever imagine them being. And they haven't missed games. My wife is just as much of a co-coach as I am. She loves to have the guys over for dinner and make some cookies and things like that, and is really a team mom, so to speak. But it is a family. It is a family thing for me, and it's a labor of love. I don't feel like I've gone to work for the last 13 years that I've been a college basketball coach. Yet I believe I'm always on the job, and it's a 24/7 deal for my family and I. But no, we're looking forward. Otterbein and Westerville, Columbus area, our amazing place. We've spent the last couple of days, and I drove my wife down here the day after my interview so that she could see it and kind of get the feel that I had for it. But being a father, and that really matters to me a lot, and a husband. I feel like the Division III level, and especially Otterbein, the family feel that I've gotten and all the great people, I've really made it feel like home already. And we're looking forward to following some big footsteps here, but kind of making it our program here over the next 20 to 25 years, and really making this the place that we raise our family and that we call home from here on.
Take us through the process, the series of events that ultimately led to you becoming the head coach of Otterbein basketball.
Sure. Well, like I mentioned, I've been coaching Division III basketball for about 13 years now, and those early days were when the Cardinals were winning the national championship in '02, and so as you want to build a program and take it to that national level, you're always aware, especially in the state of Wisconsin, when there's so many good programs there that are winning titles, and we had taken over a program one coach removed from Coach Ryan at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. There was many programs on our radar, and Otterbein was one of them. So now fast forward a number of years, and I'm at Edgewood, and the position opens up. It definitely catches your eye, and I think for a lot of coaches, this is a place that they could see themselves at. I have some friends that are from Ohio. Of course, got in contact with them, and they spoke very, very highly of the people, of the area, and the opportunity that Otterbein presents. So, we had a great year. I think we've done some wonderful things in Wisconsin that I had hoped would qualify me for an interview, and fortunately enough, Don Stewart was able to see that maybe Todd Adrian was a good fit here, and so through the process, which actually went pretty quickly, a Skype interview, and then being asked to campus, and it was just a short week until we were able to connect and cross our T's and dot our I's, if you will, and make it happen.
Steve Larson, head coach at Edgewood College from 1986 to 2006, finished each of his 20 seasons with a winning record, all-time winningest coach in his respective conference, 9 trips to the national tournament, and won more than 360 games in his career. Dick Reynolds, head coach here at Otterbein for the past 40 years, also all-time winningest coach in his respective conference, 13 trips to the national championship. One of, like you mentioned, he did win the one in 2002, and won over 650 games as a coach here at Otterbein. What I'm saying is you filled some pretty big shoes before, but now you're stepping into maybe even some bigger shoes. Just describe the situation and the way that you approach it.
Well, I tell you what, I think what it says about those two institutions is they're great places to be. Nobody, wins that many games or stays that long without there being something special. And really, that's the way that I approach I approach everything. Is this a place where my family and I could be happy? Is this a place where we can recruit high-quality people, high-quality students, and high-quality athletes? And when you follow somebody like Coach Reynolds and Dr. Larson, that's pretty obvious that's the case. And I think in coaching, at least the way I approach things, I want to be someplace where everybody else wants to be as well, whether that be coaches or whether that be players. And following guys like that is, a little bit intimidating, obviously. However, the fact that they have been able to be as successful as they have, I know they've done things the right way. We do things the right way. So it really is exciting to me more than anything else, because nobody's harder on me or on my teams than I am and my staff. But at the same time, I think the opportunity that Coach Larson and Coach Reynolds obviously took full advantage of, I think is still there. For us now that we're here at Otterbein, and the same thing that we did at Edgewood College. We always try and make places better than when we came. And I think through some of the work we've done with the ACS and raised over $1 million the last 5 years to fight cancer, I think we've made Madison a little bit better place. Taking Edgewood College to the national tournament and winning a game, something they had never done in the past. You've won a national championship here, so I guess we're just going to have to win a couple of them if I want to do that at Otterbein. But having said that and knowing how difficult that is, I really think that that's a special place that I know Coach Reynolds did a wonderful job with, and now it's going to be my turn to take over the lead of the Cardinals and try and do as good as he's done, and maybe a little bit better if possible.
Have you had any contact in the short time that you've been the Otterbein basketball coach? Have you had any contact with Dick Reynolds? I
have not. I understand that he's been out of town since the end of the season, since the end of the school year, so he hasn't been in town, but I'm looking forward to getting to know him a little bit. I know he and Coach Larson, now that you brought it up, have served on a committee or two, and they've had acquaintances and been friends in the past. So I was told by Coach Larson to pass along his well wishes to Coach Reynolds. So I'm looking forward to it and getting to know him a little bit.